to say my live stream wasn't available at this time. Live streaming's not available. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Hallelujah. The song is called Play. I can't remember what it sounds like, so we're gonna listen and we're gonna watch it and listen. Well, I'm gonna watch it. You're gonna listen to it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we have 6 people in here for half a second. Now we have 0. Oh, God. Really? I should always expect that there's more people in here than it says. If it says 0, then there's probably 10. I chopped my hair off. It's too hot. I didn't do a very good job, though. I have to cut these pieces off. Okay. Temperance and Prince of Swords. There's an esoteric conversation coming in. Like somebody wants to talk to you about... There's a conversation coming in. Somebody wants to talk about how you do what you do. And then How by John Lennon is the next song on my little list. It's one of my favorite songs, actually. This might be this might be the energy they're in. They might feel a little stuck. This is chicory, not coffee, but it has the same kind of flavor palette. Of course, it helps that I add like cinnamon and honey. I'm not sure somebody's lost. They're feeling numb to the reality. They're coming in for esoteric guidance, that which they cannot see. The occult kind of guidance, the stuff that's not visible, which cannot be found in traditional religious escapades. You like my choice of words this morning? How can I have feelings? I've always been denied. I need to speak with you. That's what it feels like. Good morning, Luella. It's nice to see you. A friend of mine says, it's nice to see you nice. You got to be so strong. Five of Pentacles. Somebody's at a loss. They feel lost. How do I balance myself? How do I get myself to be happier? You know? If they see that you're managing pretty horrific shit, they might want to come in and find out how you're doing that. That's interesting. You know, this for me is like luck and blessings and money kind of thing coming in. Love. There's different things. I know everybody has their own little like meanings. But this for me is sacrifices. Somebody's made sacrifices, or they're wondering if they need to make sacrifices. No, it feels like they've made sacrifices. Seven of Swords. Sacrifices they didn't want to make. It's like being asked to give something up that you don't want to give up for something that you're promised, and then you don't receive that thing that of which you were promised. It's like, yeah, because if you're asked to sacrifice something in terms of like I'm not saying that sacrifice doesn't exist or that it isn't, like I've talked about it, right? But it has to be a personal choice. It can't be something that is being demanded of you for you to be a part of a group or for you to have some sort of an outcome. You know? If the group is solid, it should become as you are. But if they're asking you to sacrifice things, especially things that are near and dear to you, that's not a group you really want to. Anyway, it feels like the damage was already done. Oh, I love Chiron. Okay, but we're not going to listen to other tarot readers right now. Into the Mystic. This is Van Morrison. In case you're wondering, which you're probably not, where the title of my channel comes from. Seven of Swords. They've had to do things that they're not proud of. They've had to hide their true nature. Ugh. Need a new bra. Or new t-shirts. Both. It's not going to happen. 10 of Wands and 5 of Cups. If you want this to happen, then you'll have to do this. You have to sacrifice your time, your energy, your resources, all to this group that promises what? Happiness? Joy? Salvation? What is exactly that they're promising? Because whatever it is, it's not coming, because there's a misery here. You know? Sun card, Prince of Cups, work, Prince of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, they've asked you to work. They've asked this person, they've asked whoever it is to work in order to bring something into reality. And the person doesn't agree with it. It's like being asked to carry a cross that you didn't want to carry. Being asked to push through an agenda that they don't agree with. Oh, maybe this is political. I'm like teetering between like political and like secret organization, which could be the same thing. But, I don't agree with the direction of which we're going. We're destroying civilization. But I've locked myself into this thing, and now I don't know how to get out. I need help. I know that if I get out, I lose everything. How can I be happy with nothing? This person's happy with nothing. Is that a compliment? I guess. It's like, you're happy with nothing. I want to learn from you. It's like they're trying to prepare themselves to take the leap of faith that they know they need to take, but they're scared to. I'm scared. I don't agree with what we're doing. I don't agree with who we're supporting. I don't agree with what we're listening to or who we're listening to. I don't agree with the propaganda. I don't agree with the destruction. There's somebody inside the inner sanctum sanctorum, like the inner circle, at the very, very top. It's like they're in the mix of these. This is like high level. That's another reader. I have my playlist going. That's Waterstar Vibes. I love her too. She's got great production value of her video or her readings. The Mountain, the Moon, the Cave. Oh, The Mountain, the Moon Cave, and the Sad God by Gorillas. This is 4 months ago. I know this live is going to get taken down. I've just come to grips with that. But I like playing music, so. The Magician, the Hierophant. Is a mystical community. Or at least they claim to be. We must destroy the civilization so that we can rebuild it in our image. But the image that they're rebuilding the world into is really disgusting. You know, with the AI data centers and the smart 15-minute cities and all this over-teched garbage shit. Talk about that in my book. Over-teched fucking bathrooms. It's like, I just need the faucet to turn on and off. You know, it's not that complicated. They realize what they're doing is wrong. But there's 10 of Pentacles here. Like, they're getting a lot out of this. And then they're also probably worried, like, well, I did all this damage. I'm going to have to answer for it. It's like, yeah, but everyone has to answer for their shit eventually anyway. The sooner you do it, the less it's going to be. They're coming in under false pretenses. So, you know, I've been thinking about this a lot the last week or two. I mean, I've had thoughts about this over the years, but like recently, you know, I have people come to me sometimes and they tell me what they need a reading on. And I give them a reading, and then it doesn't match. And in those moments, I feel inadequate and I take it personally. And then I realize later on, after, you know, shit hits the fan and, you know, learn some things, that they were lying to me from the get-go. The reading was what they needed to hear, not what they wanted to hear. And I might have had the context incorrect because they were fucking lying to me. But the general gist of the message is there and true, because that comes from source. That's not from me. But this feels like somebody coming in to talk to somebody of a particular spiritual ranking, and they're not coming as the genuine article. They're not coming as themselves. I don't think they're, you know, sometimes people do that because they're trying to be deceptive and destructive, and some people are doing that because they don't feel safe. And this person doesn't, it feels like they don't feel safe. So when they ask you about, you know, how are you so happy with so little, and then they, you know, you get this impression of they're a certain person or a certain way, they're not who they say on the tin. It's kind of like being dressed as a pauper when you're a prince. Man, the Gorillas, they've got some cool shit. That's a new song that just came out, apparently, 4 months ago. It's already got 16 million views. Chariot. 6 of Cups. I wonder if this is almost a lineage thing. Like maybe their family has been in this for so long and they're just grandfathered in kind of a thing. But they actually don't agree with it. But if they don't participate, bad shit happens to you in these groups. A lot of accidents happen. And this person's probably seen it happen. Like, if I don't participate in their fuck shit, they're going to end me. They're going to destroy my whole life. Lovers. 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. This is all mental gymnastics, man. It feels like this is what's going on in the group. Group celebration, balance. Speaking of, it's like I can't take it anymore. They might even be in a relationship that they don't want to be in. Because they're, when you start to wake up, spiritually speaking, and we're not talking about all this, this woke labels that they put on stuff to try to steal the term. Being awakened is not a political agenda. being awakened, being woken up is a soul state of being. My hair. I tried to cut bangs. It didn't really. It didn't work. Doesn't matter. But this person was put into an arranged connection, and they don't want to be. And it's stressing them out. They feel like they can't breathe in this connection. And it's true, they can't, because they've been attached to somebody who's, what do we call them in the mob? We call them rats. It's like being married to a rat. Somebody who tells your business to other people, who keeps tabs on you. This person is this feels utterly stuck. This is like stuckness, mental stuckness especially. How do I cut off this connection? It's hurting my heart. It's confusing me. It's leaving me depressed and anxious. But it's all connected to this group. This group celebrates by their keeping balance. Because they have this like Prince of Swords here, the Queen of Wands. It's like they're keeping tabs. She's telling this other person all your business. She might be screwing him too, but I guess this is a reading for a man. Masculine energy. Maybe. I don't want to be here. 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups. I don't want to be here. I love the Jane Hancock and Snoop Dogg. I want to thank me 2.0. I want to thank me. I think you need to thank yourself for this hard work. You do need to thank yourself. That's why they want to talk to this person, because this person's done it all by themselves. So you imagine waking up and you think you're living the dream that everybody wishes they were living. You wake up and you realize you're in a fucking nightmare. There's this movie. What the fuck was it called? It's an old movie where I was talking about it once before, and I watched the whole thing. It was crazy. But you put on these glasses and then you see the true nature of people, right? And there's like this alien group that's taken over human bodies, but they look like humans, but once you put these glasses on, you can see the soul of them, right? Like you can see what they actually are. And it feels like, waking up in this group, you wake up one morning and you look next to you and there's this like monster in your bed who used to be absolutely beautiful, and you're surrounded by people who look like monsters, like like you think you're surrounded by human beings, but it doesn't look. You're waking up and finding out, oh my god, as your frequency increases, you start realizing you're surrounded by low frequency beings. Are you even human? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. Are you even human? Waking up stuck gives you heart palpitations. That's when, some people end themselves. But you have to remember, if you end yourself, they win. Right? You gotta stay alive. Staying alive, staying alive. It's a song they do CPR to. It's perfect rhythm for the heart. His frequency has risen nearly overnight. And he's finally opened his eyes for the first time, and he's seeing who's around him, and he wants to get out, but he feels stuck. It's like waking up thinking you're in a palace one night and waking up in the morning and realizing you're in a prison. A gilded cage, but a cage nonetheless, and it's locked from the outside. And they've done all this work for themselves. Like, they deserve to have this beautiful life. They've done the work. But now they feel like their victories are even tainted. Was any of it real? This is like existential crisis mode. They're questioning their whole reality. That's another good reader. What's her name? Spirit Vision, Divine Source. That's another reader on my list. Oh, here we go. The OJs. How do I get out of this? I think they're at a stage right now where they're wondering, can they get out and keep everything? Like, how do I get out of this and still maintain my lifestyle? Is it possible? Can I get out of this and still maintain my lifestyle? Spyglasses, is that another one? The movie is called, I was talking about it. It's an old movie. I think it's like a one-word title as well. Man, how come I can't remember this? I just watched it not too long ago. Five of Pentacles. Or am I going to have to lose everything? Yeah, but what are you losing? Okay, so here. You want to go and talk to this person who seems happy even when they have nothing. You're like, you have nothing and you're happy. How do you do that? Could I possibly live happy with nothing? Is it possible for me to be... Really? So the Vatican has these glasses? I gotta get me a pair of these. Mostly just to confirm if what I see already is what they're seeing. Are my eyes aligned with the spyglasses? Oh, God. I see success being discussed. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Here's success again. Ooh. Slow moving and emotionally stunted is what the success is attached to. So the success is attached to, it's like you could be, whoever this is, they could be a lot further along than they realize. Like they think that all their wealth and success is attached to this group, but their true genuine wealth and success is actually connected to themselves. It has nothing to do with this group. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you're trying to learn how to ride a bike and your parent is holding your bicycle running with you, and you think that you're balancing because they're holding you, but you don't realize they're not technically holding you. They're just running alongside you. Now, if they're shitty parents, they take that credit and they go, yeah, I was the one holding you up. You weren't riding by yourself, which is this group. But what's really happening is you're cycling on your own. You're doing this yourself. You just, they're taking credit for it. 8 of Pentacles. Empress. I am hearing the question, what is luxury? Right? What is luxury? What is it that you want? You know, what does happiness mean to you? If happiness is equal to... Excuse me, miss. Sit down. Lay down. If your happiness is tied to all the experiences that are making you miserable, then maybe you don't really know what happiness is. You know? Happiness is a glance. Happiness is a moment. Happiness is a touch, a confirmation. Happiness is something you give yourself, right? Can you be happy with everything, with loads of money and loads of... Yeah, of course you can. But I don't think you could be happy with everything while surrounded by these fuckers. You know, I don't know. I think you need a new group of people, but you know, if they view that personal success, completion, Empress, and then this 4 of Cups, I'm seeing what the Empress has, and I like, it's like looking out the window and seeing everybody else playing outside, and you're inside, but you have all the cool toys. You have everything. But the one thing you don't have is the ability to go outside and play with the other kids that are actually having a blast, and all they have is like a stick and a hoop and like a piece of chalk to make, you know, games on the ground like hopscotch. And you're like looking out the window at the Empress, and she's having a blast with nothing. Oh, another reader. No. What's this one? High Priestess. Okay, yeah, you've identified it, you know, Ash, but how do I solve this problem? Chariot. It's like they're opening the door to the outside world. They're coming out to go hang out with the Empress. And they're going to sit down in the corner and watch for a while. She probably doesn't even know they're there at first because she's having such a blast with her nothingness of a life. Right? Oh, she's a nobody. She has nothing. She's happier than all of you combined. Chariot. And then pretty soon he's going to get up and he's going to walk over. He's going to say, "Can I play?" Why are you so happy? You have nothing. how are you happy? And we cycle back down to the beginning of the reading, which is temperance. And then you had Two of Swords. It's like, well, you have a choice every day. You know, I mean, you don't really have a choice, but you do. Three of Wands. Can you wake up every day and say, I'm doing the best I can with the tools I have. I'm trying to be a good person. Like, if you know that what you're doing is hurting people and you continue to do it, you're not going to be a happy person. You know? You can't be happy under those circumstances. If somebody's smiling, that's not genuine. If you're getting enjoyment out of hurting other people, that's not true, genuine happiness. I'm hearing they seem pretty happy to me. That's not happiness. It's jealousy mixed with, sadistic delight. That's not happiness. Look at all these grand parties I get invited to. Look at all the people that I know. Look at all this, Okay, but it's hollow. You might as well be, living in a hologram. Maybe we are living in a hologram, but this one feels exceptionally hollow. Two of Cups. And the Emperor. Five of Pentacles. And the Sun card. Seven of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. And then Four of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. This is like swinging back and forth from negative to positive, trying to make a decision. Well, if I go toward this feeling of love and happiness, I have nothing. But then if I have nothing, I don't have the love and happiness. It's like going back and forth. I'm not living my truth if I live the way that I continue to live. I'm hurting people. This could be something as simple as, knowing that the art you're making is perpetuating the propaganda that's keeping the majority of people enslaved. And I can see why people, like decent hearted people, when they get to a certain level and then they end up, not wanting to be alive anymore, or they end up not, they end up being ended by somebody else because you can't balance out both sides of the equation and have them equal. It's a mathematician's nightmare. It will never equal. Being a piece of shit and being a good person, if those are the opposite, those are not going to equal out. Something has to give. Sunshine on my window makes me happy, like I should be. Down diamond. King of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Two of Cups. Stop it. He's feeling left out of love. This victory comes at a cost. And I see the devil here. Stop it. Ace of Cups. Six of Cups. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Love. Can I have love and all my assets? Well, okay. You might be able to have both, but not in the form of which you currently have them. So you might have to release access to all of the perceived assets that you think you have, right? That are attached with all these dark strings. You might have to cut all those strings and do a free fall down to the bottom and build yourself back up again. But you already know what the top feels like, right? This is somebody who knows what the top feels like. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? It's like being baptized by love. They are going to be getting up and walking over. They've been watching for a while. And it's not like creeper style. It's just watching to try and understand, like thinking maybe if they watch the Empress, High Priestess long enough, they'll be able to figure it out on their own. But they're realizing that it's not something that they can externally access. It's something that they need to internally access. And for that, they need to engage in a conversation with this person. I need to be in your presence. I need to feel this. There's something exuding off of you, and I'm not even near you, and I can feel it. What happens if I'm in your presence? Will your presence solve my problem? Well, that's like a Band-Aid or like a bandage or painkillers. Why do they bother what? Why do they bother her? Okay, imagine you're coveting something. You know, the concept of coveting is keeping for yourself, right? Not letting it breathe, not letting anybody else have anything, any of it, like coveting. Now imagine coveting this happiness that you want for yourself, and then seeing other people walk up and try to engage with this happiness, and you're like, no, 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 get away, get away. That's my happiness. They don't understand. They have no full, genuine understanding of the concept. This is not a cup that can empty. That's why they're blocking out any external energies from her, because they're scared that the other people, the other energies will suck the happiness out of her. Not understanding that it's an overflow thing. She's not getting filled up externally. Does that make sense? Like, she's not getting filled up externally. She's getting filled up internally. So trying to block any attachments coming toward her, it's like she's going to overflow with this energy no matter what, because she's manifesting it within herself. That's what you want to know how to do, sir. Then maybe you should spend some time with her. Stop trying to block her from everyone. You need to watch her engage with everyone. Here, I've already done that. She loses her. It's like they think that you're losing your spark. It's like they're trying to keep it pure. And if this hasn't happened, it will happen, or if it's already happened, it's coming to a close. Is this group on this side or the other side? There's only light and dark. There's light and dark in every aspect of every group. Some groups are darker than others, some groups are lighter than others. Diamond, calm down. Stop. That was J.P. Cooper. Holy water. Diamond, off me. My dog and my child have mental telepathy for sure. I was thinking about taking Elijah somewhere today and leaving her here, and I can already feel her like anxiety because we're all always, the three of us are always together everywhere. Like, I can't, if we leave for an hour, she has meltdowns. Like, that might be also the energy of this person when you're enveloped in the light of something and you haven't quite figured out how to fill your own cup yet. It can feel like you've walked out of heaven. Hey, that's a Bruno Mars song. Locked out of heaven. Oh, locked out. That's what it feels like. It feels like, you're being excluded from the light. Like the light has left the building. They're trying to keep the light close by, but they're still not engaging with the light. Right now, they're just coveting the light, which is kind of like missing the whole point. You're trying to get away from a group that's been coveting your light, and then you turn around and you start coveting somebody else's light. Like, do you not understand how ridiculous that is? You're being strapped down by all these cords of darkness, and then you turn around and you try to strap somebody else down. But you don't think you're doing that. You think you're making it sound like you're protecting them. Well, anybody could, in their mind, switch it around and make it sound protective when really they're just being controlling. I keep hearing the word covetous. It's coveting. It kind of reminds me of Truman Show, where he was just this ball of light and love, and they were using him as a TV show for ratings. They were coveting his bright energy to profit off of it. He didn't even have the knowledge, he wasn't even allowed to know that he was the light. It was like he was being sucked dry energetically, and he wasn't even being made aware. He didn't even have the choice. That's what this is doing. It's like, it happened to you, sir, and now you're turning around and doing it to the person that you care about. You think you're protecting them, but you're doing exactly to them what is being done to you. You're coveting their light. You're preventing their light from reaching outwards and extending out to everything around them. You want the world to be a better place, and yet you keep the light under a shadow. You try to cover it and hide it in a cave. And then you want to complain because the world is shitty and no one's trying to fix it. It's like, well, the good people are being covered up. Whether for people being covetous over it, oh, I want it all for myself. Or it's, no, I don't want them going out and infecting people with happiness and light and goodness. Because they're genuinely dark entities. Well, how do I approach her? If I've been doing all this to her and I'm so evil, then, how do I approach her? Just talk to her. I would say just talk to this person. Like, hey, your light is intoxicating. I want to know how to have that for myself. I apologize for blocking you. I thought I was protecting you. But I see now that it was selfish. Can you please teach me how to be happy? How to love myself? How to love my life? Can you teach me how to stand up for myself? Can you teach me how to tell people to go fuck themselves? And take all their, strings and shove them where the sun don't shine? And feed them to their intestinal worms. Sorry, that was graphic. And here it is again, the temperance. This is a temperance energy reading. The sun and the hermit. How do you transform the situation, sir? You have to tell the truth. You have to shine the light on the truth. This is like seeing somebody as a guru, like a Tai Chi master or something. And you're watching them, and then you start like blocking anybody from communicating with them and monitoring their contacts and everything because you want to be the only one that they teach Tai Chi to. Tai Chi to. Right? But the world needs more of it. You're starving for it, which means the world is starving for it, as like so many people are starving for this light. And yet you're trying to block it from ever reaching anybody else. Well, once I get it, then other people can have it. That's just, you're literally defeating the purpose of the whole thing. They're like, doing that is going against what you desire. There's a butterfly and it's floating around and it's fluttering and it's absolutely stunning and it's, bringing pollen from one thing to the next and it's all symbiotic, right? Nature. And you take that butterfly and you put it in a glass jar and you don't let anything or anyone near it. It's defeating the purpose of having a butterfly in your yard. Like, Victory. Ten of Swords. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Emperor. Five of Wands, Ten of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. And it's funny too, this person is going to be wasting all this time being covetous over this individual, preventing the light from, expanding out to everyone who needs it. And when they come in and they're like, okay, now I'm ready, teach me, do for me what you do for yourself. They're going to end up getting really angry because this is going to take a long time. But it's going to take a long time because they're the ones with all the swords in their back. And they're also putting swords in other people's backs. It's like you have to break the cycle of fuck shit here. They're going to get upset because, you know, the high priestess, this empress energy, isn't going to have this like concoction to just fix them. Can you just fix me quickly so I can keep my lifestyle? And it's not going to be like that. And it's going to piss them off. There's going to be arguments here. Do you think what I have is easy? Do you think I haven't been through things? You think I'm happy because nothing has touched me? And I've just had this perfect life? Do you think I never get upset? Do you think I'm this? What is this? That's kind of the conversation. It's like, what do you want from me? They want a quick fix. They're used to being able to inject whatever they want into themselves. You want youth, you want beauty, you want this, you want that. You just do this quick fix. This is not a quick fix. This is slow and painful. This is a slow and painful process. Right? Slow and painful. But you got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. If you want to have this glow up, if you want to have this emotional release and you want to feel that happiness inside, you know? But the emperor is going to be mad at the empress. They're going to be very mad. Why can't you just fix me? You talk all this big stuff, but how come you can't just, ow, Diamond, stop, your nails are sharp. Be gentle. Impatience, like a puppy. Impatience. Give it to me now. I want it now. Give me the attention now. Or I'm going to scratch you and I'm going to bite you. I want your happiness. It's like Veruca Salt from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now. I want it now, Daddy. Give it to me now. This is something you have to work for. It's not just given to you, and it's not like a quick, it's not even like a you know, and I'm not trying to make this person sound like they don't ever work for anything. I'm sure they do work for physical things all the time. Put in long hours at work, at the gym. They work really hard, you know, to expand their mind, do all this stuff. But that's different. It's a different muscle. This is a spiritual muscle. This is your soul muscle. This is a muscle you can't see. And it's like somebody who's been bench pressing like 1,000,000 fucking pounds every day of their life. And you got somebody walks up to them and says, I want to be like you. Give me your magic potion. I want to be like you. And after a week, after 2 weeks, after a year, how come I'm not like you? And it's like, dude, I've been doing this my whole life. What do you know? It takes effort. I can't just bestow you what I did for myself. I can't bestow that onto you. I can bestow the knowledge onto you and techniques. And I can be with you while you go through it. But this is something that you have to do for yourself. I can't lift the weights for you and give you the muscle. It's the same thing with the spiritual work. I can't spiritually do the work for you. I can't lift the spiritual weights for you. But I can be there for you and I can help you through it, which is more than what I ever had. Right? It's more than what I ever had. And you're acting like I'm, you know, what? This isn't a quick fix. This isn't just some magic pill. And no, you're not going to see the results the way you think you are. You know, you think you're going to work your spiritual muscle and you're just going to have it all figured out and you're going to be happy and you're going to have everything you ever wanted. No, when you're working your spiritual muscle, usually you lose everything first. It's like you lose everyone. You lose everything. You might lose your mind. You might You might lose a bunch of stuff. Because you have to be brought down to the core and essence of nothingness. You have to be brought down to the core and essence of you, the blank slate you. Take all the bells and whistles out. What are you? Who are you? And to get there, that's painful. And they're going to lash out. You said I thought you were going to make my life better. You've just made it worse. Well, yeah, I didn't make it worse, but you asked for it. I didn't ask for it to be worse. Well, you kind of did when you engaged this process. It's like, what are you expecting here, buddy? It's not a quick fix. You don't build a beautiful mansion on a faulty foundation. Hey, lay down. You're being nutso-futso, and if I let you out, you're going to wake up Elijah. No. And you've been naughty. Sit. Little muffin. No. Ugh. Sit. Now I lost my train of thought, you crazy dog. This was going to be like impetuous child. But I need it, now, I need it, I want it. Do it for me. I need it, I want it. I need it, now. But again, it's like building a gorgeous soul mansion on a faulty, molded, cracking, disgusting foundation that wasn't built right in the first place. You know, you got this huge mansion built on this faulty foundation, it's crumbling, and you wonder why your life's a mess. And then you got this person with this pristine foundation with this tiny little shack on it, but they're super happy, and that shack isn't going anywhere because it's solid on a solid foundation. Right? That nasty mansion that's fallen apart and molded and cracked and torn and everything is coming down. The foundation is coming down. You have to rip up the foundation so you could start anew. What kind of doggy is she? She is a Bavarian mountain hound mixed with a German pointer. She's incredibly smart. She's a smarty little smarty pants. And she's a good girl. Yeah, you are. You're a good girl. She's making friends with the cows next door. Drives me nuts. It drives the cows nuts too. It's like the boy bulls, the babies don't want to play with you. The mommies, they don't want to play with you either, Diamond. She's already really tall too. Like when she stands up on her hind legs, oh my God. She's only 6 months old. No, she's like 7 months now, maybe. Or 8. No, maybe she's 8 months now. I've been saying she's 6 months for a while, so she's like 8 months. Nope. Down. Crazy creature. Down. Is there something else that needs to be said? Feels like that message is concluded. It's like, look, if you can't figure this out, then, you know, it can't help you. So when they come in and they're expecting, you know, solutions and successes, and they're expecting to have, it's like they want to be able to lift up their mansion and fix their foundation and put their mansion back down and everything is back to where it was, but they're just happy. And it's like, well, your mansion is fucked because the foundation's been fucked for so long, your mansion's fucked. The whole thing you got going on here is screwed. It's all gonna go. It all has to be ripped up, you know? And while you're ripping it up, why don't you give and donate the materials that you have to people who, you know, need them? And then you get back down to the brass tacks of it, the bare bones minimum of everything, and what you need will come find you. I make very little money. Like, I don't have anything. And I'm not saying that to like bring that energy onto myself. It's just the truth of the matter, okay? But I somehow, unbeknownst to me, I somehow manage to survive and thrive. So if you're worried, oh, if I have nothing, how am I going to survive and thrive? It's like, well, if you're giving to the universe and you're giving everything to the universe all the time, it has no choice but to give that energy back to you. And it's usually multiplied. If you give shitty energy out, you get multiply shitty energy back. If you give out really positive, healing, generous energy out, you're going to get that back. Now, whether or not you accept it, that's on you. Right? Like, there's some people out there who give, and they don't want anything back because they're trying to do penance, or they feel like they have to at some point in their life. And then you've got people who, even if they don't want anything back, it gets given to them anyway. Like Mother Teresa, everyone gave so much to her and she gave everything away. And she just kept having all the help, all the resource, like it all kept getting, it just attached to her, and then you got other people who are desperate for stuff and they can't, it just slips right out of their fingers, Tower, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. Now I'm seeing another masculine energy coming in and seeing this as a competition. They might see the one person coming in for help from their group. Like, what is this why is this person going over here? Why are they talking to this person? And then they might come over and try to insert themselves in the situation. They think it's all about passion. And they might try to create a tower by, trying to seduce the Empress energy away. They don't actually understand the dynamic. When somebody is truly seated in love, like authentic love, when they're truly seated in it. What's going on with you? What? I'm not letting you out there to go play and do naughty things. I know you. You just want to go out there and trample all over Elijah and wake him up. And I said, no. I said, no. 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 That's my banana bread crumble. I tried to make banana bread, but I don't have an oven, right? So I was trying to do it in a crock pot, but I couldn't. I needed to flip it, but I couldn't flip it. So the next thing you know, I made banana bread, but it's like a crumble. It's like it's still yummy. It just doesn't look like bread, Diamond, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. I know, baby girl. You're okay. If I let you out, you can't be jumping on Elijah. I can feel your energy. You're gonna go nutso. You just want to go nutso. You don't even want to do anything in particular. You just want to be a nutso futso. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, again. Six of Swords. Don't drink my fake coffee. God. Two of Wands, the Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles. This is going to be a very interesting situation. Because let's say that there's the Empress at the bottom. Let's say the Empress says, okay, I'll help you end this cycle of nonsense. And she does participate. Oh, there's the lust right there. And victory here. There actually might be a love situation happening as well. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. The Fool. Prince of Swords. Five of Swords. There are going to be a lot of people trying to insert themselves. Just maintain your peace. This feels like a sidebar note, like a side note. There's going to be a lot of women surrounding this Empress. You know, it's not going to just be about what he's going to gain from this connection. There's going to be a lot of people in his sphere that are going to benefit from her being around, because he knows that just by her being around, he's energetically improving. When this Empress walks into a room, multiple people are getting energetically healed at once. She's like a spiritual Tesla battery. Victory. Strength. Moving to calmer waters. You're going to have to protect her and love her. You have to keep pouring energy into the Empress in order for her to do well. You know, feminine energy needs to feel good to do good. Masculine energy needs to do good to feel good. Whoa. Okay, we're done. I'm going to end the live now. Bye, guys.